So it's your first day of high school. And you go back, you see all your homies, your friends, your lady friends if you're a girl. And you're just like, man, I'm a top dog of the school now. You go home and you're just like, man, that's a good day of school. Senior year's gonna go good. No pressure on my shoulders. I did junior year, I'm good. Then we go on to the second day of school. It's third period, you get called into the auditorium for an assembly, and they're giving you a briefing on your senior year. They're like, you guys are the upperclassmen now, you guys have to make decisions, but also this month you guys have to start preparing for college, getting in your early action applications. So me being in the auditorium, like, man, they're telling me I gotta do this already. It's the second day, man, give me some leeway. I go in to third period after that for the last 5 minutes. And our teacher, he says, alrighty guys, we're gonna make you sign up for this website called School Links or something like that. And it's basically a website where you get to have all your college applications. Whoa. You go in to that site, you sign up, and everyone I hear talking around me just like, oh man, I can't wait to go to college. You know, I already did my essay over summer. Then you have me sitting over here like, I don't even know what the heck I'm doing, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. I was just thinking about summer reading, you know? Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't prepared at all for this. And the next day we go into school and our teacher starts saying to us, you know, hey, how many, if you guys have raised a hand of your college essay? Done. Me and my hand stayed down more than the bikini bottom, bro. I didn't do that crap. What you mean? Heck no, bro.
Heck no, bro.
So he calls all of us in the hallway one by one. And he's just like, so do you guys have any idea what you want to do yet? He asked all of us that question. And I hear in the hallway, like, basically like a bunch of people and their friends. They're just like, I'm going to be a mechanic just like my dad. I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to follow in the family footsteps. And then he calls me up. He's like, Tyler, it's okay if you don't have the answer for this yet, but it's better to know it sooner than later.
What do you want to do with your life?
And for a second there, I'm just like, dude, that's kind of a harsh question to ask me. You know, I'm 18. I just got into high school. You know, I'm not in college yet. And I just say to him straight up, like, I don't know. And he's like, all right, well, you better know sooner than later. But if it makes you feel any better, I didn't know either. But homeboy has the audacity to say, well, you better start figuring it out, though, because you got to figure out where you want to go. I'm like, damn, dude, my fault. So I kind of felt a bit of pressure in my mind there. I was just like, crap, like, this is happening, and I got to get this crap done. So again, my mom, you know, nothing to do with her, but she doesn't know really that much about college. She went to college, but she doesn't know how to do the new process. I think the process back then in the 80s were a little different than they are now. You have the colleges, you have the competitiveness, you have the online applications. You didn't have that back then. You actually had to mail stuff. You had to do stuff the real man way. Now, you have all that crap on your computer on a dashboard. So I had to basically teach my mom, and I told my mom straight up, she's like, you don't really know what you want to do yet either. I'm like, huh? Why would I? It's my last year of high school. Well, I know that. So really, honestly, bro, I want to try out this college right near my house. It's literally not even a mile away from me. That's how close it is. But it's out of state because I live on a border of a state. I'm not saying it because I don't need one of y'all searching on my house or nothing. But if you know, you know. I don't care. Come by. I'll give you a cookie or something like that. Maybe a protein shake if you ask nicely for that, right?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Just kidding. Now, it's 30 grand a year for the school. And the one thing I'm saying to myself is, like, if I go to the school for 4 years, it's $120,000. And we don't have that money. It's laying around. Not me or my parents. I work, obviously, but I don't have that laying around right now. So I tell the school, like, that's a little much. So they gave me a scholarship based off my grades. They said I had really good grades, but they honestly just gave it to everyone who had a 3.5 or over. So I was going to go for, instead of 30 grand, I was going to go for $18,000 a year plus tax. So we're probably at $19,000. And again, that's still a pretty penny to pay. Listen, I ain't rich or nothing. I come from a middle class family. So bro, that's not a chump change. That's a pretty penny. That's an M3 in 4 years. Brand new. Not used. M3. But it's fine. I realized I'm like, there has to be another option. Because I'm not doing this. It's not worth it if I don't know what I want to do. My mom was getting all stressed because I don't have the money for it yet. She's like, you might do loans. She's like, I could pay the first year for you, but you're on your own after. And I was just too much stress for me. Why do I got this hair in my eye? Get out of my eye. There we go. I gotta get a haircut, as you guys can see. Just kidding. Back to what I was saying. Basically, my mom only had 1 year of money left. Because my mom tries to save money when she can. As I said, rent, bills, stuff's expensive, bro. And I don't want to rely on my parents for this because they've done enough for me. I live in their house rent free besides doing chores. That's pretty good bargain I got here. I ain't complaining. So there's another school, the opposite way, but it's a community college, so it's only 2 years. But bro, it's $6,000 a year. That's pretty good. That means for 2 years of that community college, I literally have 2/3 of 1 year at that school. And I'm getting the same tuition out of it. I'm just getting associates, and then I get to transfer out to another school. But the cool thing about this college is that, dude, they have an honors program where you literally can go to a better school, like a Division I school or an IB school for all them nerds who got glasses. Yeah. So that was really good to know that I had this opportunity to basically boost myself up for paying a fraction of the cost. And it was in-state. So obviously it's going to be way less money. To make this even better, I said, let's do it. But I still don't know what I want to do yet. I got a $500 scholarship right off the bat from my high school, not from that school. Just right off the bat for just being picked and being selected, which is awesome. So $500 more that goes in my pocket, and I can pay this off myself, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, the next 2 years, I'll figure that out as time goes on. Trade school can go. I can go to another college. I can go to that college if I wanted to. All college. So now, I'm starting college in literally less than 2 weeks, and I have no idea what I want to do in my life. And that's pretty crazy to me because in the movies, it looks all nice, sunshine and rainbows. You got the frats, you got all that crap, sure, right? I'm not there for that. I don't really care. There's a bunch of goobers, a bunch of gooners, and I'm not into that weird, naughty shit. But besides that, I just hate the pressure of just what do you want to do with your life, and you have to magically have it figured out at 18 years old. It's just a lot to have on your plate. It's not something that you magically can just answer and say, oh, you know what? I want to be a teacher. But no, not just a teacher. I want to be an English teacher.
I want to be an English teacher.
No. Not just an English teacher. I want to be a reading and English teacher.
What's the difference?
I just don't know like that. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, it's hard for me to say like, hey, what do I want to do? So the biggest thing is when I was going to get my schedule done for the school back in May, that my advisor, he just comes up to me. Well, we're actually sitting down, me and him, and he says to me, so for your classes, they are very relevant to whatever major you're taking. So I'm not going to give you a class, like you're not going to be learning about cars if you're taking nursing, you're going to be taking nursing. So he didn't want to split me up. So I told him, like, dude, I don't honestly know what I want to do. And he's like, well, you better start figuring that out because you got till next semester or you locked in with this. And I was doing just undecided school of tech, engineering, and math or whatever the crap. The one who wear the goggles and the buck teeth. But honestly, I made an approach with him and I was like, I don't really know if I see myself in any of that. Because I'm a smart kid, but I don't know if I see myself down the line. Dude, what is this? I don't know if I see myself down the line being, into such a smart field. Like, it's not that I'm not smart, it's just that I don't want to live my life like that. It looks like a chore. So I switched my school to the School of Business. And business allows me to take criminal justice, allows me to take business courses. Because I was just being honest right now, business is a very generic field. So I'm just doing undecided School of Business, which basically allows me to switch my classes in. So obviously I'm getting the economic classes, and I'll be on my way to a business degree. But I also could get a criminal justice degree in that same school. So I could switch my degree to go whenever I want. Since I could see myself as a police officer, I could see myself as a businessman as well. There isn't one wrong answer in college. That's why it's so hard. But it's just the risk of people telling you, oh no, that career isn't for you. You don't make money. Like, I'll give you a few things about myself. These are the 3 things I like to do as a person. I like helping people. First of all, look at my YouTube channel. By the way, that Lester and my relationship video is popping off, bro. Almost at 10K views, which is insane. I posted that John a year ago, and I don't know how that thing is still making traction. It's like this, bro. Like, woo! Like, I appreciate that support so much, though, guys. I would really love to do this as a career, but I am already, honestly. I'm just learning how to be creative. Instead of, look at that. I'm in a different location. Instead of me doing the same stuff. Like, I'm doing something differently. That's the pretty cool part. But I'm going to continue making better ideas. I'm going to probably start doing other type of videos, like everything, but it all starts with a vision up here and how you want to go. So I don't know everything yet on what I want to do in my life, but YouTube could be a nice side gig I could do. Because honestly, right now, I don't make money from this. This is out of my free time, and I've been very inconsistent. So maybe I can learn something from this that I can use for my life in college, which would be really cool to, use skills that you've learned from other things and cross them into another path that you're in. That's pretty sick. Oh, radical dude.
Oh, radical dude.
Oh, radical dude. So yeah, the 3 things. I like helping people. I like also just working with my hands as well. I love fixing things. Like, my dad, ever since I was a young kid, taught me always to fix things myself. He always has this saying, make it fit. So like, if it doesn't fit, and if it really doesn't fit, obviously you don't fix it, but if it fits, it fits. What do you think I'm saying? You think I'm talking about that, huh? Oh, no.
Surprise, mother.
But yeah, fixing cars, fixing pipes, fixing hardware around the house. It could be a furniture as well. It could be anything. Just making sure that, you can be useful. Use your tools wisely. First of all, your number 1 tool is your brain. Second of all, your number 1 mechanical tool are your hands. Yay! And then number 3 is your toolbox in there, in the garage, with all those wrenches, all those screwdrivers, all those stuff. But yeah, I love doing little things like that. Like, dude, I put these ambient lighting strips in my car, bro. It took like 3 or 4 days. I actually have a video of me doing it. I'm gonna probably show you guys how bad it was, but I did a good job. I mean, it doesn't look like, professional at all, but it looks really good for me. So if you guys got in the car, you'd just be like, that's pretty cool. You wouldn't say, though, right away, unless you really look at the small things, you did this. But yeah. And that's the thing. I'm learning how to do things like that. To make things better, you have to try it, and then eventually you polish it, and then guess what? You're better at it. That's the cool thing. So I like using my hands. I like doing that. But number 3, I also like exploring things. The reality is, for college, I see myself in so many different types of careers. I don't see myself in one career. And that's hard, because that means that I have multiple different realities of what my life could really be. So, for example, I see a cop. For example, I could see a technician or an engineer. Number 4, I could see maybe even a teacher. Who knows? Like, there's some things I wouldn't mind doing. But it's just that, what would I really find happiest the most? So instead of me trying to find this perfect career, what I've been doing for the last few weeks is I've been saying, how about I pick a direction today and go towards that? Yeah, so I went to the dentist and I asked her 4 questions. And I said that what is one thing you like about your job? What is one thing you don't like about your job? And what does the day of your life look like as a dentist? And 4, would you go back again if you were 18 to do this? And the first thing she said was she loves helping people, just like me. Number 2, she said she hates working with insurance companies. You know what? Bro, me too. Me too. They suck. Number 3, she says I wake up early, I get to go home a little earlier than a lot of people. That's all she said. No context at all. Straight up ball, bro, what I just told you. And number 4, she said that she honestly doesn't know if she would go back to what she thought at 18 because she actually wanted to be an astronaut and a pilot, which is so weird. How do you go from a pilot to a dentist? So she said probably though because she loves it and it doesn't take that much out of her. She loves seeing the smile of her patients' faces as she fixes their crooked teeth and their train track cavities. Pretty cool. And I agree, because she did that for me, and I smiled. And I was like, hey, I appreciate that. Got my whites, bro. They ain't white, but yeah. Got my nice teeth that don't hurt. Cool. So there's just like, it's so hard to find a direction, though. So that's why I'm just trying to make sure I ask all around and be like, maybe it's cool in exploring that.
So I ended up asking my grandpa.
My grandpa was a cop, actually. He was a sergeant in the police department, and he was in a shootout in Chinatown, and homeboy literally felt the wind of a bullet go above his head. He tells me, he's like, hey, Sonny, so I heard that you might want to be a cop. So I'll tell you what, in Chinatown, I was in a shootout, and he's like, I felt the wind of the bullet hit my head. If I was an inch taller, 5'10", I would have been dead. And he's told me the story probably 100 times because, you know, it's like 87 and that's what old people do. But it was pretty cool to see, you know, that's how much pressure your life can be someday. You could be patrolling the mall, eating donuts like Paul Blart type style in the neighborhood, or you could just be in a crazy shootout that could end your life. And with weapons being more available to get, that's pretty crazy. So despite me trying not to be a cop, let's talk about what my plan is. So I'm gonna go into school. I have these generic classes I'm taking, just like, you know, math, English, doing gym, just to get those credits out of the way. But I wanted to slowly just figure it out every day, asking someone their job. I'm asking everyone too that I see. Even ask my boss, like, how do you like being a restaurant owner? Maybe the restaurant business. But the difference with him was he was born into it. So he didn't have a lot to say. He was just kind of saying, like, I kind of just had no choice. But he's like, what can I say? It's a great business.
And that it does take a lot of work to make your restaurant successful, because look at all the people who aren't successful and who go out of business and go bankrupt because of their restaurant.
So besides the Yacht Fest I had, and my ums, my ends, and all that, blah, blah. This is the final thing I'm really going to say. I just graduated high school. I'm starting college in less than 2 weeks. I have no idea what I want to do in my life. Does that mean that I'm screwed? No. But the real thing is that there's no permanent place for me to say, hey, I'm going to be fulfilled in this. There will be something that I'll say, I'm happy to do this. I honestly don't really know where life will take me with that. I know that my career and my purpose are two different things. My purpose may be something so differently, like maybe helping other people through different means, possibly this YouTube channel, sure. That could be a purpose, right? Not the channel itself, but just what I'm doing. Being that reach, being that saying. Maybe my words have a meaning to someone. Maybe that's what it is. Helping other people. You don't want to know how more of the extra mile I go, bro? There was a guy at work and his car battery died. And this guy's waiting for 2 hours for AAA to come up. And I just come up and I'm like, yo, why you been here for so long? Everything okay? He's like, oh, my car battery died. And I'm like, yo, it's your lucky day. I got a car battery jump starter in my car. I'll get you started in 10 seconds. And homeboy has the audacity to say, oh, they'll be here. 30 minutes go by. I'm like, you sure about that? And he's like, all right, let's go. I go outside. I ran to my car right across the street, got a starter. Yo, it started up in literally like 10 seconds. And I was like, that's right. Yeah. There we go. We did it. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I love. I love that feeling of helping people. Like people have those videos where like they help people with flat tires on TikTok. That's so cool. Because in our life, we have so many times like where we're feeling just like we're having a bad day. And then that good Samaritan comes and helps us. What if I could do that for someone? It doesn't have to be, you know, a spare tire or nothing, but it could just be anything, just helping someone out. So hopefully I figure that crap out. Hey, I'm not going to make this all about me. I'll figure it out. I know I will. But if you guys have any like comments or anything, like let me know in the comments because we will somehow figure this out. New name. We went from my name to Tyler Somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, please present Tyler Somehow. All right, ladies. Somehow. Yeah, so my whole new name of this channel, I'm going to throw this in for the last minute now. It's just that I always somehow do things and I get them done. So I was figuring out like, you know, let me find a name that fits that. So I was going to do Tyler Tries because I try to do things. But that crap was taken. So whoever Tyler Tries is, we'll go neck to neck. Yeah, we'll go.
Your clan will be mine.
You will have to kill me first.
I plan to, Sub-Zero. Round 1. Fight!
I'm waiting. Let's go. Yeah. So then I'm like, let me try Tyler Somehow. Because think about it like this. Yo, what's up, boys? It's your boy Tyler Somehow, man. And we're somewhat back at it again. And dude, like last week, bro, I somehow put car lights in my car and they work. That's so cool. Dude, that's so cool. I somehow built this new rig outside my house. Like something just like so stupid, but it's something that fits me because I always try to somehow do something new. I might fail. I always do fail usually first, but I don't give up and somehow it works. For example, that Lust video. I tried it. It failed in the beginning. Somehow it worked and it's something like I can use. That's pretty cool. That's a big milestone for me and like that's not something I really can say, you know, so legitly, but damn, that's pretty cool. How my editing, my hours that went into that actually worked for some people. People got to watch that and get something from it. And that's so cool. So I just want to get my new name changed. Other than that, yeah,